So this right here is the tail end. This is what we're going to be working on primarily. This looks like shit. It really needs to be like, you know, modern day, like slim tail. Kind of clean this up a little bit. Show these pegs off a little bit more. And really give this big ass fucking tail light out of the way. This looks like a complete piece of shit with that on there. So, as far as like this bike goes, it's really good. The bike itself looks actually pretty new. The only problem is this tail, and that's what we're here to fix today. We're really going to clean this up. Basically what I'm going to do is just use some masking tape right now, kind of figure out where I want to cut this. I do know that I want this tail light completely gone, so in order for me to take this tail light out, basically what I'm going to do is just mask the area where I feel like you know, it should be cut off, and then we'll go from there. So the area on the back where I want to cut it is roughly there. I can adjust that later if I don't like it. But that's where I figured I'd start. I have this like emblem in the back, and I really don't want to have to cut this out because it's like, it's not even a sticker, it's like a paint on the back. So there's really no way to get rid of that unless I sand it off. And then I got to repaint it, and I really don't want to do that. So what I'm going to try to do is save this emblem. That way, that's where the tail will start, or stop anyway. It'll stop right about there, and I can always adjust that later on as I need. But right now I'm going to try to just do a nice line all the way down and really clean this up. Okay, so you just have to use your imagination right now until I start cutting, but this is going to be the pretty much the line that I'm going for. The bottom of this is where it's going to start, so this will be the starting point, and it'll go up, just nice and flat, kind of a little bit of an upslope, but not really that much, and it'll show off this peg once that's done a lot better. So we'll cut this, clean across till we get to pretty much just go right across. And then from here, I want a much more aggressive up. So that's why I went a lot more up, because that's what you see on a lot more modern sports bikes, is they'll pretty much kind of come straight and then they'll go right up into the tail and it'll look much better. So basically I tried to do that with this. We'll follow it up. We'll cut right there. I'm going to go ahead and mask the other side, and yeah, then we'll start cutting. Alright, so now that I have both sides and the tail masked off, I'm going to go ahead and remove these fenders. And all you're going to need is a Phillips screwdriver to get all these bolts off that are holding these in. Alright, so the first piece to be cut is right here. And we're just going to go right across this bottom line. That's the emblem that I told you guys I wanted to try to keep. Just because if I don't, then I'm going to have to either sand that or cut it way the fuck up there. And I probably could cut it way up there, but I'd rather not cut that much of the frame off. So this is going to have to do for now, just right there. Later on I can go ahead and trim it up if I don't like the look. I always wear eye protection and gloves too. Okay, so there's this end done. Basically just went dead straight across there, and I think it came out pretty good. But we'll see how it looks on the bike once everything's all said and done. Alright, so now it's time to go ahead and start cutting these two side pieces right here. I went ahead and adjusted the tape a little bit, just because it was a little bit off, so I'm going to go ahead and just kind of cut. I'm not sure if I'm going to do this in sections or just go for the whole piece, but we'll see. Okay, so that's the first chunk off. I already think that's looking much better. So that's what it's looking like so far. That's the first chunk gone. You kind of tell the goal that I was going for was kind of right here at this frame, to kind of even it with that frame, have it come up, and now the one last part's going to be coming up this way. So go ahead and get that done. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and trim this side up now. Alright guys, so I've finished cutting the bike. My phone died in the middle of doing this side on the back, so I don't even know if I'm going to be able to show that or when it died, so you just have to trust me, I did cut it. So this side came out actually really good, really pleased with it. Basically just cut up along the tape. One thing I didn't count on, but it doesn't really matter because it's not really a necessity. Just due to the fact that it clips up there, so it'll hold it in. But the one thing that happened on here that I didn't really plan on was the back clip that clips into here. Actually, I cut right through it, so I had to take it off on both sides. And then one thing that sucks is I knew they weren't going to be even anyway, but I kind of cut through this one a little bit on my other side, but that's fine. Both of these sides came out really good. Okay guys, so that's the bike as it sits now. I just finished pretty much just sanding. I sanded everything. I was fiddling around with that tank, that reservoir, but I think what I'm going to have to do, I was trying to tuck it up in there. I think what I'm going to end up having to do is relocate it or buy a smaller one. But I think this is a much better look than the look that was there. I'll probably insert a photo of the bike before and then obviously the bike now. As far as difficulty goes, this wasn't too bad. I mean, you pretty much just mask where you want. I would advise though that to measure out, because obviously I didn't measure out, I just kind of eyeballed it and it looks okay, but you know, if you really want to keep, the only reason I eyeballed it is I'm not keeping this ass forever. Eventually, probably next summer, I'm not going to do it this summer, but next summer I'm just going to chop this whole frame on the back off, or I'm going to end up selling the bike. But I'm going to chop this whole frame off if I still have it, get rid of that, and then put an R1 or an R6 tail on it. So it's a complete swap and it looks much better, but I mean, it looks pretty good now. I feel like this tail definitely goes with the flow of the bike much better. That's what it looks like. Just follow it around. Hopefully you can see the, you know, the goal here that I'm going for. I really, you know, I'm not a crazy big fan of how big this still is. I would like it a little slimmer, but you know, that's as good as you're gonna get it on this motorcycle. So what I'm gonna do is, not today, but at some point soon, just go ahead and chop this right down and take all this shit that I don't need out of there, and it'll look way better. So that's it. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. As always, like and subscribe. This is going to be a new project for right now. Car's doing pretty good. Don't really need to do anything. I don't have too many plans going on for it right now. I have a couple of things, but that's not until a couple of months from now. So this is going to be our main focus for right now. And this is going to be a really good project. I can't wait to actually have this all said and done. To go, you know, ride it in the summer, but we got to get this done first. So that's it. 91 FZR 600R tail end, basically cleanup, I guess we'll call it. And this is going to look a lot better once I finally finish, you know, deleting all that shit on the bottom and putting LED lights and everything. I'm really not sure, honestly, what I want to do with the lights, but we'll figure it out. And you guys will see.